Now, welcome back to Codo Cinema. This episode will be Batman. Where's Rachel?
Way to set the mood.
Or should I say, well, Codo Cinema, the podcast show where I talk about movies.
Batman.
Okay. Marshall is saying, I'm Batman because he's Batman. Is that right?
I'm Vengeance.
Yep. So anyway, I'm your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Codo, aka Codoman. That is Marshall Mathers as
Vengeance.
Batman. And also we got
Christian Taylor. I gotta say, I think I'm a more Red Hood fan personally, but hey, I can push that aside and talk about these amazing films that you're about to talk about.
That is true. And while Marshall considers me the Nightwing of this episode, even though I'm the host of this episode, or show I should say, for Codo Cinema. But hey, we are definitely talking about the Dark Knight Trilogy, one of the greatest Batman trilogies of all time, and quite possibly one of the best superhero trilogies of all time.
Yep, I second that. I mean, this is like one of the most solid superhero trilogies ever. Like, I grew up on all three of these. I saw Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises in the theater. They're like my top two best movie theater experiences I've ever had.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I wasn't even born when Batman Begins came out.
I mean, I was born when Batman Begins came out.
I was 6.
I was not even existed.
But I went to see The Dark Knight Rises in 2012 when I was 13 years old, and that was my first Batman film that I have ever saw in theaters.
Yeah, for me it was Dark Knight, which is one of the few films that I consider a masterpiece. But unfortunately, Marshall is in charge of that one. But we'll get to that.
Mark,
I
paper,
believe.
scissors, and he lost.
Yeah. Sure, keep rubbing it in, Marshall. Keep rubbing it in.
And Marshall
won rock paper scissors, and he got the movie.
Unfortunately, I got Batman Begins. And for the record, for those of you who know or don't know, I have seen all three Batman films from the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy. So yes, I have seen all of these. I have seen all of these films.
At the end of this
And
podcast,
so have I.
we will debate who is the better Batman. So stay tuned for that.
Ooh,
okay. Yeah, we'll have to-
okay.
we'll have
And
to see
including
about that.
Robert Pattinson, his Batman as well.
That's right. So, anyway, we are going to start off with Batman Begins. Now, like I said, this is technically the Dark Knight Trilogy, but the first of the Dark Knight Trilogy is Batman Begins, which does question why weren't the other films titled Batman the Dark Knight or Batman the Dark Knight Rises. But hey, I guess the other two titles were actually a lot cooler.
I have a reason just for that.
Yep.
It's because they was trying to differentiate themselves from George Clooney Batman in 19-something.
That is true,
So
because
they said Batman Begins and then the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Trilogy.
Batman Begins came out in 2005, almost 10 years after George Clooney. So,
Oh, I was born. I was just like 2.
really?
I thought this came out in 2003.
2005.
2005 when Batman Begins came out.
No, sorry, the game came out in 2003 and 2004.
Yeah. Well, you were still a baby at the time.
I was a little infant.
Yep. I was still a little kid too. So, I mean, weren't we all babies at the time?
Marshall, thank you for making me feel old. By the way, like, the more you say how young you were at the time, you're making me feel old. Like, thanks a lot.
Man.
Yeah. So anyway, let's strap on our Batman costumes, click in our utility belts, and throw on our capes because we are about to go into the night.
The Dark Knight.
But this time, here is Batman Begins first. Now, just to let you all know, I didn't even realize Batman Begins was the first of the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy because I saw The Dark Knight first out on DVD when I was 10 years old. So this was me as a 10-year-old kid watching The Dark Knight for the first time, but didn't even realize there was another one that came out before The Dark Knight.
So, like, you didn't have the recollection, like, yo, This is the same movie with the same actors,
Yes, this was the same movie with the same
with the
actors.
same director.
Right, same director.
So you told me this was the Dark Knight.
No, I didn't know. I didn't even know. I was 10 years old at the
I
time
saw the Dark Knight when I was like 4 or 5 or 6.
because the Dark Knight came out in 2008, but Batman Begins came out like
2005.
2005, which was 3 years before the Dark Knight. So anyway, now obviously Batman Begins is the origin, basically your typical origin story of how Bruce Wayne became Batman. When Bruce Wayne fell down in a very dry well while being attacked by a swarm of bats, and now also part of this film does go back and forth in the first act with Bruce Wayne as a kid and Bruce Wayne as an adult, which does go into the next part where we see Bruce Wayne in a prison cell with a beard, and I totally forgot what location it was. And I totally forgot what location it was where Bruce Wayne ended up in a jail cell. But I know it was the location. It was in the same area where Bruce Wayne is being trained by Henry Ducard. And remember this name because we don't know who he turns out to be at the very end.
You didn't see that coming?
What?
You didn't see the actual person coming?
When I first saw this for the very first time, I didn't until the very
You
end.
could tell because he had the little white, like his little sideburns were white, and everybody knows if your sideburns are white, you already know who it is.
Yeah. But also, it's also the moments where before he meets him, he gets into a breakfast fight with a few prisoners, basically telling him that Bruce Wayne is in hell, and then the prisoner is like, "And I am the devil."
He's like, "You're not the devil. You're practice."
That was actually pretty clever line that leads into a mud fight, I should definitely say.
Yeah.
And then the next part where he gets captured by the guards, thrown into the cell, and that's where we meet Henry Ducard, Liam Neeson's character. And wow,
Qui-Gon Jinn?
yep, that's right. Yep, he's being trained by Qui-Gon Jinn. Yep. It's just the moments like where I thought Henry Ducard is a nice guy. It's a nice guy, and he was at one point until he gives him like a task. Tomorrow you're released from the cell, and you'll be coming up to this tower. Before you come up to the tower, pick up a flower, and if you could carry it up to this tower up on the top of the mountain, then we'll talk. This is where this all happens. He picks up Bruce Wayne is free, goes out into the field, picks up a flower, brings it up to the top of the mountain, and where he meets Ra's al Ghul for the first time. I guess you can argue that he has already met Ra's al Ghul. This is the Ra's al Ghul being played by Ken Watanabe. So yes, we got two different Ra's al Ghuls in this film.
Mm-hmm.
So basically,
And then throughout the whole first 30 minutes of the film, it's just Bruce training with the League of Shadows.
That's right, the League of Shadows,
showing him how they do things and how they perform their task, how to properly fight and everything.
Because the reason why Bruce Wayne is there because he's seeking for vengeance against the death of his family, even though he was close to coming to get vengeance at one point in his younger days. Like he was originally going to kill
Joe Chill.
Joe Chill.
That was when he got back, right?
Yeah.
And then Falcone set a hit on him. So after the whole court scene where the judge is like, would the Wayne family like to say anything? Bruce just gets up and leaves. He has the little revolver hidden in his sleeve.
He does, yeah.
And they're walking out of the room with everybody, and then
some report. I think a reporter. A female reporter kills Joe Chill with her own gun, and then Bruce Wayne just stands there and watch.
Timed actual kill though.
What?
That's timed actual kill that killed his parents.
Yeah, it was Joe Chill.
Yeah, it was Joe Chill.
Yeah, but Joe Kill's actually aka the Joker.
That's Batman 1989.
That's Batman 1989, by the way.
No, that's actually in the comics.
Joe Chill
becomes the Joker.
Well, in some interpretations,
I think some interpretations.
But the most common story is that Joe Chill is just a regular felon who robs people. Mm-hmm. It depends on I know what he's talking about. Certain versions, yes, that is true. But in this instance, it was just a regular guy.
Yeah, because there has been different iterations of the Bruce Wayne's parents being killed. But anyway, it's just the moments when Bruce watches Joe dying, and this is like
Satisfying.
it's like satisfying, but also at the same time, if you think about it, like he, even though it feels satisfying, but also like, oh boy, this is going on a dark path for Bruce Wayne, because this is like showing him to the dark side a bit.
Yeah, and the part that really sold it for me was when he reveals to his best friend, his childhood friend Rachel, that
Dawes,
played by Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes.
Yeah, that he wanted to kill him and now he can't. She slaps him and says, "Your father would be ashamed."
Yeah,
and
that's the moment where when you realize, like, yeah, this is not the Bruce Wayne you know. This is the Bruce Wayne going to the dark side.
Yeah, and then, Bruce is standing at the river and he realizes that he is now what Joe Chill was. And then he throws the gun in the river.
He throws the gun in the river and then goes to Ben Carmine Falcone, being played by Tom Wilkinson. And to be fair, Falcone, right? Yeah. So basically, Ben Falcone, or Carmine, they call him Carmine as well. I believe that's how they also call him in comics. I believe, if I remember correctly. I mean, I never read the comics. Going off topic, by the
What
way.
did you say?
His name,
Falcone?
Carmine.
Yeah, Carmine
the Roman Falcone. Why
Yeah.
did I say Ben?
Yeah.
Sounded. Why did I say Ben? Not Ben. Carmine, the Roman Falcone. Yeah, Carmine even brings up points to Bruce, like, you didn't even think about your girlfriend. You didn't even think about this. You didn't even think about that. He does bring up some good points.
Yeah,
even
because
though,
like he shows Bruce straight up. It's like you're coming in here thinking you know how this whole thing works,
when it doesn't.
But you're not thinking this through. It's like you hadn't thought about your butler, you hadn't thought about Rachel, or the people that are still alive who care about you. I could kill them easily right now, but I'm choosing not to. It's like showing him how powerless Bruce really is.
But it also shows, like, this is Carmine at his best. Like, this is how he does it, how Carmine does it, telling Bruce Wayne how he does it. So basically, yeah. And yeah, I like how it's like, you didn't even think about that. You didn't even think about that. It's like, yeah, I mean, to be fair, yeah, Bruce didn't even think about that. And then he even gets kicked out. I also like the part where he says, well, you got spirit. Well, boy, you even got spirit. You got some spirit in you. And then is that the very moment where Bruce realized he runs away. He gives his jacket and a few $100 to a homeless guy, and props to him. Hey, props to Bruce Wayne for helping out right there.
Yeah, true that. And then that's when he runs off, and that's when he ends up, wherever he is. And then we cut back to the League of Shadows. So Bruce is about to finish his training, and then that's when he finds out, like, the final task to join the League of Shadows, you have to take a life.
Yeah, he has to take somebody's life, and that was the path to vengeance. And this is probably something that now Bruce realizes this, because even though he's trying to seek for vengeance, he believes that this person should go on trial.
Yeah, and be served justice the correct way. But the League of Shadows don't see it that way, so Bruce only has one choice. He decides to burn. He literally burns the whole facility down to the ground.
Knocks out Henry Ducard and gets into a fight with the
supposedly Ra's al Ghul, and then debris falls on him. Bruce thinks that was the real Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul. I think they said different versions of him too.
And
They're different things.
Then he thinks he's dead, and that's when they escape the burning building, and then he drops off Liam Neeson's character at a residence nearby, and then that's when Bruce leaves and goes back to Gotham City, and
where he meets up with Alfred.
He meets up with Alfred,
played by Michael Caine. Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Yeah. Michael.
And
that's when Bruce is ready to get his life back in order and pick up where he left off on things, because now he's a better version of himself.
Yeah,
now.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, can we also mention the part where Bruce Wayne was able to lift Henry Ducard with one arm while he's right by a cliff.
And he's like clinging for dear, like he's holding a sword in the ground in the other hand to keep him from both falling over. It's like
That
man.
is a feat of strength right there from Christian Bale.
Yeah. And then that's when. So after a while of Bruce coming back to Wayne Manor,
He tries to restart he's restarting his life, picking up where he left off, like you mentioned. And then when he goes to Wayne Tower again, he one of his workers was trying to get a hold of one of the secretaries, and to the surprise of one of the workers, he's basically surprised that Bruce Wayne is alive and back from the dead.
Because he's been gone for 7 years, so the board kind of just presumed that he was dead at that point, because no one had seen or heard anything from him for 7 years. So then he just magically shows up. Hey, I'm back. What's up?
Yeah, we even get a scene with Rachel and Dr. Jonathan Crane. Cillian Murphy, if I'm saying his name right.
Yeah, who is very famous right now for playing Thomas Shelby and Peaky Blinders, which the final season comes out next week.
Yeah,
So.
and for those of you who may recognize, Jonathan Crane is the Scarecrow.
Yeah.
We don't even see that till the middle of the film.
Yeah. And so then after after Crane is introduced, and that's when Bruce around the same time notices the bats that are in his bedroom, and then he discovers that there is an underground cave underneath the mansion.
And he takes a little lamp down to the cave, and then this is probably one of the more satisfying moments where now Batman, or Bruce Wayne, I should say, is now going into the Batcave, surrounded by bats. It's like now he's facing his fear of bats, because part of that was his fear of bats after he fell down a well as a kid. So now this is like a satisfying moment, because now all the bats are circling around him as if now they are giving him respect, as a sign of respect of some sort.
Yeah, it's like Bruce is like straight up facing his whole fear in that moment. He's just standing there. They're all flying around him, and he doesn't care. He gets over that fear of his, of the bats. And that was a really iconic moment. And then that's when he turns that cave into the Bat Cave. And then we start getting like montages of him gearing up and everything, because he visits Wayne Enterprises
And then meets up with
Lucius Fox, played by
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Probably the best casting choice that they have ever made in the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah, he was the best as Lucius Fox. And that's when he shows Bruce his underground lab with all this
second best casting in Dark Knight Trilogy.
and with this laboratory that's like off the books. No one knows that it exists.
Yeah.
Full of all this
Gadgets.
prototype military gear
Yeah.
that was never put into full use. So
Especially the suit, especially the armor suit, especially the suit that you see. It's basically an armored suit before it was turned into a bat suit, including, let me say this, the tumbler.
yeah, the tumbler, literally a bat tank, literally.
You're like, it's amazing how they were able to ride in the tumbler, and then like Bruce, it's just like Lucius Fox is like, so what do you think of this, Mr. Wayne? It's just the next response from Bruce Wayne was like, does it come in black? I mean,
It's like me when I'm shopping for clothes in a store. It's the lady helping out. Will that be all, sir? Just one thing. Do these clothes come in black or really dark gray?
yeah, because the thing is, like, now Bruce Wayne is becoming the Batman in this film.
Yep. And then we get the iconic first fight when he goes to ambush a gang of Falcone's men out at the shipping docks.
Yeah, it's just amazing because the way how they shot it, it's like he comes in as a mysterious character or detective, because Batman is loosely inspired by Sherlock Holmes. But the thing is, like, all the gangsters were like scared and wondering where this person was. Especially this one person was like, "Where are you?" Batman comes out and says, "Here."
Yeah, well, that whole scene is very iconic for a very specific reason. We don't see Batman until like near the end of the fight. We're those henchmen on the ground wondering, like, where is he? They can't see him. We're witnessing it from the view of these thugs, and it's scary. Like
it's a very scary moment.
Like they're losing men one by one until the last one's like just randomly shooting in the air because he can't see him. Then Batman just slowly comes down from the ceiling and he says here and gets him, then that's it.
And then and then Falcone was the last man standing, and he was like, "What the hell are you?"
Yeah, and then Bruce punches the
window
ceiling in on the roof of the car, grabs Falcone, pulls him up. We get the iconic music. Then you hear the famous
I'm Batman.
That is right, the famous "I'm Batman." And then headbutts Carmine, acknowledges the homeless person who's watching it all, and then you get this famous quippy line, "Nice coat."
Yep, that Bruce Gage is the same dude earlier.
That was the same dude, yeah.
Yeah, and then so it's like, oh man, talk about an excellent, entrance for this character that we're gonna watch 2 more movies of.
Exactly, yeah.
That was the most perfect way to introduce this new Batman.
I think
could not have been any better if they tried.
Yeah, I think one of the main criticisms that I have with this film is the fight scenes. Now, the fight scenes are cool. Let me say this: there are cool fight scenes, but I think it's the way how they shot it, where for a first attempt for this film, it feels a little choppy at times.
Yeah, I do agree. Like the Falcone, like the scene near the end where Bruce jumps into that crowd, then it starts beating him up. It's like instantly switching in between angles constantly.
You see, you want
it gives you kind of a headache. Why?
You wanna know why?
Why, Marshall?
Because he had to use a Batman suit that could not move his head, and they had to switch between takes.
Oh, that's right. Because the little detail about the bat suit is that he can't turn his neck.
Yeah, so he has to turn his whole body. So that's why. That's why it was different shots.
And then we get another fight scene later where I'm way too ahead of myself. After Falcone gets arrested, you get the first attempt of the iconic Dark Knight symbol.
Yeah, and
awesome.
And all the cops are getting out of the car, and Jim Gordon looks up and he sees Falcone strapped to a searchlight, and he's kind of like shaped like a bat.
And then they arrest Falcone, which we get to a scene where we see Dr. Jonathan Crane going to visit Falcone in a prison cell or a holding area, I should say.
Yeah, and then that's when you find out that he knows about
the drugs because they were delivering drugs because the gang was delivering drugs to Jonathan Crane as they were about to make a fear toxin inside this what looks to be a microwave convertible of some sort. I heard microwave from that film. In that film, did you hear that too?
What's that?
In Batman Begins, there's some weird microwave technology convertible that literally puts into the main water pipes that can burst into fear gas.
Yeah, and it's like they want to fill the entire city with a scarecrow fear toxin,
and
basically.
And that's where we were first introduced to Scarecrow.
Yeah, because we find out that what's Scarecrow's name again?
Jonathan Crane.
That Crane's not a good dude. He's in on the whole plan, and then that's when he reveals himself as Scarecrow. Then that's when he pulls out the famous mask out of his briefcase, and then that's when he presses a button in the suitcase and releases a fear toxin. Then we see through the eyes of Falcone as he's inhaled with the gas
that he's scared. That now
he's
scared.
seeing this monstrous form of Scarecrow. Like it's like literally a nightmare fuel sequence.
Exactly, that was like a nightmare fuel sequence. It's basically like a quick sequence before it cuts back to Jonathan Crane walking out of the holding area, telling the guard that he should be better off in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, and
obviously, I forgot to mention Rachel and Bruce reunite again in a dinner scene.
Yeah, they reunite because Bruce. And what's cool about that whole dinner scene is because Bruce is trying to push the facade that he's just a millionaire playboy having fun. So that way, everyone's like, "Nah, there's no way this dude's Batman."
Yeah.
Everyone's thinking like he's at the bottom of everybody's list of like suspects.
Speaking of
keep the facade going as big as possible. And then that's when him and Rachel have a very deep conversation. And then Rachel kind of like says a few things to him, open his eyes on something. It's like, it's not who you are underneath, but what I do is what defines me.
Even Commissioner Gordon sees Batman for the first time, and he believes that even though he doesn't know it's Bruce Wayne, he believes that Batman's trying to help.
Yeah,
that's a very touching moment as well. and since we mentioned suspect, how about that? Let's talk about that one suspect with the interrogation suspect with Batman. Where are the other drugs
Yeah,
going?
that scene was so iconic. He gets his sandwich, walking down the street, then you just hear the back claw rope wrap around his leg.
Yes.
Then he just
It's called
instantly
the bat
goes up.
grapple.
Grapple.
Yeah, the grapple hook. Then you see him get pulled up like 30 stories into the air, and then Bruce is just hanging him over the ledge. He's like, "Where are the other drugs going?"
I don't know. I swear to God, swear to me.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, that moment, it was so good. Like, and then he reveals to Bruce that there's something out with the drugs. They're not like normal stuff. There's something about it.
And then the cops didn't even show up. And then this next response was like, "Do I look like a cop to you?"
Yeah, exactly. And also, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Can you talk about that one moment where, actually, I think this is after, Bruce is spying in one of the buildings that he believes where the toxins are stored in, and it happens to be near Jim Gordon's house, and his son walks out, and he sees Bruce with this device listening in on conversations, and then the boy tells him, like, "Listen, everybody's been talking about you."
Yeah,
and
that's that same scene. That's that same. That's the same scene, right?
And then he's like, "None of the kids are gonna believe me that I saw you." And then Bruce like closes the device and throws it to him. Like.
Not Jim's house. That's not his son.
Well, I think it's the same area
It was
too.
the same boy, wasn't it?
No, it's not. That's the orphanage.
Was it?
I thought that was Jim Gordon's son.
No, that's the orphanage.
I mean, it looked like him at one point, but I'm guessing it was the same. It was the same area where Jim Gordon was living. So.
No.
Oh, I thought it was the same kid.
It's a different area. That's the orphanage.
Oh, okay. Maybe I was thinking.
All right, so maybe it wasn't an
Remember that
orphanage. But either
kid.
way,
Either way.
Remember that kid?
Mm-hmm.
He comes back.
That's true. That kid comes back at the end. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
He comes back in like the
Let's go to another nightmare scene where Batman sees Scarecrow for the very first time.
yeah, and that's when he finds out what he's really dealing with. Is he comes in, guns blazing, thinks he's got this, then he gets one whiff of Scarecrow's toxin, then everything falls apart because everything that he's been pushing down inside of him has resurfaced, and
Everything's resurfacing as Scarecrow was dousing Batman with
with
alcohol.
gasoline.
I thought it was. It
don't
looked
know,
it
it
looked
was-
like alcohol, but you could be right about gasoline
Some
too.
kind of flammable substance all over him. And he's like,
Why don't you
lighten up?" And throws the lighter.
Actually, there was a quote before that. "Oh, why don't you sit down, have a drink? But I think I know what you need. You need to lighten up."
And then that's when he throws the lighter, sets Bruce on fire. Then he just tumbles over the railing and falls in the middle of the street. Then he activates the bat help signal for Alfred to drive over and get him. Yeah.
Yep. Alfred.
Mm-hmm.
That's the moment where now he's inducing to the fear toxin that Scarecrow just dosed him with. And as Alfred was driving him, we get to see back and forth flashbacks of Bruce Wayne as a kid, while also fearing of the bats as well. And then the next 2 days later, Batman Bruce Wayne is cured because Lucius Fox gave him like a very special antidote that can help cure the fear toxin out of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get another. And then it was his birthday, by the way. It was Bruce Wayne's birthday the next morning.
Yeah, so then we cut
the next couple of days.
So then we cut near the end of the film, where we find out, like Batman has captured, like Crane's captured at this point. So we have that quick montage of him ambushing his men at the area where they were dumping the toxin into the water.
Scenes.
What was that, Marshall?
I forgot like 2 scenes.
Well, I know, it's just like, Marshall, we're running out of time
know,
here. We need to get to your movie,
let's just
so we're
talk-
trying to like quickly get through it.
Let's just talk about the Batmobile part. Just that one. Bit.
Are you talking about the tumbler?
Yeah,
Yes.
right. So after the whole scene where Batman fights all the henchmen,
And then taking out
That's-
Scarecrow with his own medicine.
have a taste of your own medicine, Doctor.
And then having the nightmare Batman.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was
so
cool.
yeah, and then after that whole thing happens, Bruce has to quickly get Rachel back to the Batcave
because Rachel got
injected with something where the mind can only take so much of the toxin, and Scarecrow overdosed her on it basically. So
Right.
she's like minutes away from death, and then Bruce has to hurry up and get her back to the Batcave
Gets into
to
probably
inject her with some serum to help her.
Honestly, one of the coolest action one of the coolest action scenes in that film is the tumbler sequence.
Yeah, when he's like driving on rooftops, trying to avoid the cops and everything. Like Bruce almost got caught trying to get Rachel to safety. He risked everything just to save her life.
And then even Alfred was like, "What
were you thinking?
Do you call that?" I forgot what he said about that part.
Discreet or something.
Something.
Yeah.
I mean, not even Thomas Wayne wouldn't even do that either.
Right, yeah.
But then, obviously, we get to the birthday party scene, and then somehow, we find out that Ra's al Ghul was there.
Liam Neeson the whole time.
Yeah, that was actually that was a surprising moment
Ra's
to
al
me.
Ghul.
Ra's al
There's only
Ghul.
one now, so it's Raish.
Raish?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and then that's when he reveals to Bruce that he's actually the leader of the League of Shadows and everything. And they're all here. They were the ones behind the whole having Crane with the fear toxin and everything. That was all they're doing.
That was all they were doing, and then Ra's al Ghul burns down Wayne Manor, nearly killing Bruce. But Alfred was here to the rescue after dropping off Rachel at her home, and then the two went down to the Batcave.
Yep, and then that's when Bruce gets suited up. This is like a real awesome suit up scene because all hell's breaking loose. Like they're burned. The city's being destroyed. The fear toxin is everywhere, filling all the streets. People are in panic. It's time for Bruce to go in there and save the day. It's like when he's gearing up and everything. It's like it gets you pumped. Like you're with them. It's like you want Batman to succeed and stop these bad guys and everything.
And then obviously after he's suited up, he goes to downtown. What actually looks to be and if I'm wrong, this looks it reminds me of Chicago.
Yeah,
because some of the scenes are filmed in Chicago.
Well, we'll get into that more in the next film.
Yeah, but anyway, this is the fight scene where everybody's being evacuated because of the fear toxins. But now we see some of the members of the League of Shadows disguised as cops, while prisoners are being broken out. And then obviously we get to see the kid again with Rachel Dawes, and Jim also gets the antidote as well.
Yeah, so and then Bruce instructs Gordon that Raish and the remaining members who haven't been captured yet are on the train. The plan is they're going to drive it all the way to Wayne Manor. Like Wayne Manor is like basically a detonator.
Yeah, that was a detonator.
Because the main water supply is under Wayne Manor, so they're going to use that train.
It's under Wayne Tower.
To drive it all the way to the building, so that way there's no way to stop it from spreading out all over the city.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when Batman instructs Jim to take the Batmobile, drive it to the main track, and then blow up one of the structures so the railings fall, so the train can't make it.
And it really did. And it really did. After Batman struggled to get out of the crowd, who looks like Fear of Walking Dead.
Yeah, literally.
To the point after Rachel tases the scarecrow.
That to me was the most disappointing part of this film. It's like Crane finally shows up in the actual costume, looking like a scarecrow on a horse. He looks great. And then he says one thing, Rachel tases him once, and then that's it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that was
really?
it.
That was like 2 minutes.
That was 2 minutes. I mean, we get to see him more in the second film, but we'll get to that when we get to there.
Yeah, I know, but it's like that to me was the most disappointing part of this thing. It's like, but yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. So
and then we get the fight between Batman and Ra's al Ghul
on the train.
Pretty cool fight, but still, like I said, some of the action sequences are not as good because of the way how it's structured. How they structured it.
But yeah, I remember with this film, they were kind of like in the how would you say it, the experimental.
Right, it's more experimental. So I'll give them credit for that.
They were trying to see like, okay, what works.
Well,
you gotta start. You gotta start somewhere.
Well, you know what they say, you must learn to find your surroundings.
Yeah, exactly. I was getting ready to say though, you gotta admit, during the end of the fight, when Raish thinks he's won the battle, Batman roasts him with his own quote, you never learned to mind your surroundings.
And then and then Raish was like, you've finally learned. And then Batman's like, I don't have to kill you,
but I save you.
Yeah, and I was
he flies away, and then the train jumps off the tracks, crashes into a building. The machine and everything blows up. And then that's it.
Yeah.
And then all the steam and all the gas stops. And what I like is the gas was like it was 2 manholes away from hitting the building.
It
like,
really was.
They cut it close. Like
That was close.
Like literally everybody in the building was like holding their breath. They were literally staring death right in the eyes, and then it stopped literally at the last minute. It's like they did it, and I love that shot of Bruce flying through the street. Gordon gets out of the Batmobile, sees Batman flying towards him. He just does this wave at him. It's like we just did that.
Yeah, we just did that. And then obviously Bruce locks up the well, gets one final moment with Rachel and Alfred, and then cut to the end of the scene where we see the now famous Dark Knight symbol.
Yes,
for the light.
Yeah, you see the famous bat signal. Jim's on the roof, ready to give Batman the next report on who they're going after now. And then we get little hints of who it might be, and then we see Batman flip the card over, and it's the Joker card. Like, oh my gosh, that was like the best way to set up the next sequel. That's perfect. He gets up on the roof. Jim's like, I never said thank you. Then Batman's like,
You don't have to.
Then you don't have to.
Then he just jumps off, flies away to the camera, and that's the end of the film.
That's the end of the film. Chris, definitely one of the first few great attempts from Christopher Nolan to direct a Batman film. But now let's get to what is obviously the greatest superhero film of all time. Hit it, Marshall.
Welcome to the podcast of The Dark Knight now. Woo!
Yeah. Like, Marshall, you're about to talk about one of the greatest movies ever made. How do you feel about that?
Bro, you see my papers?
Yeah, so anyone who's listening in, just FYI, Marshall literally has a huge stack of papers in his hand. This man went to town on taking notes for this. He came prepared.
You guys see all these rewards right here? Like how many rewards they got in one?
It got 8 Academy Award nominations, winning 2 Oscars,
including best supporting actor for the late great Heath Ledger.
You thought these were how many Oscars you said?
8.
Nah, sucker.
What?
How many?
Got 15. They only won 2.
Wait,
I got a list. Like I really have 3 stacks of rewards, but we not go into that later.
Yeah, so the thing is, since there's so much to talk about with this film, we might have to break this up into 2 parts. Possibly.
We will.
Yeah, because The Dark Knight, I think, I got an idea. So I'm thinking maybe for this one, we'll break it into 2 parts. I say Marshall can get like halfway through talking about The Dark Knight.
My second page.
And then the next time we'll talk about the other half of Dark Knight, and then I'll come in and talk about Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I think for now, we'll let Marshall go on talking about The Dark Knight. So Marshall, spotlight is on you. Go.
So the movie begins with a gang of men with clown costumes breaking into a bank where the mob has the largest portion of their money stash. But there's 5 clowns, but they have pick up one nicknamed the Joker. We'll get into that later. So they all go into this bank. They start robbing, but there's one guy say, "Yo, y'all not gonna rob my bank." All the clowns have different objectives. 2 on the roof, one's down, 4 in the 3 in the the bank area. Then one's like outside for like the bus.
And we are in the streets of Chicago, by the way.
We are in the streets of Chicago, aka Gotham City, the real Gotham City. We actually do need a Batman over here, but yeah. So the Joker, that nobody knew who he was, all the people start killing each other. Like, okay, if we kill each and every one, we get a bigger cut. So now all of a sudden, it came down to the Joker and this last guy. Joker killed him. He put a gas grenade in this bank Taylor's mouth. Then after that, he pulls out with a large bus, and the bus kindly lines up with the other buses leaving. How you not gonna see this one bus in a bank?
That's the one thing about that opening scene that I was kind of wondering about. Like, Joker just drives away on the bus, like clearly in view of everybody walking.
And it was daylight.
Like, there's traffic. This is the middle of the day.
I mean, you're talking about perfect timing right there.
But that was daylight. So then after that,
can you imagine? They're on the street, right, and just like, man, don't worry about that. It's Tuesday.
So
It's a normal Tuesday.
The first ever questioning about Batman. So Jim's like, yo, like he does the bat signal. People's like, what, yo, if he's coming? Gordon said he's probably not. Then he's like, he's probably busy somewhere else. So then after that, there's a parking garage with the man named Scarecrow and a Russian mob. After Scarecrow escapes Arkham Asylum, they're selling drugs. But all of a sudden, they see Batman. They see like, oh, there's Batman. Now they see another one. Then there's like 4 of them. But then out of nowhere, Scarecrow said, "That's not the real Batman."
But they were able to release the dogs.
Yeah, and
You
I like that scene. The dude's like, "My dogs are hungry."
You gotta wait. That's afterward.
All
That's
right, I'm sorry.
afterward.
Please continue.
I have a whole list.
All right.
All right, go ahead. Say
Go
your
ahead.
list.
So then, the real Batman comes because Batman never uses guns. And Scarecrow sees the tumbler, crashes. He said, "That's more like it." And all of a sudden, the Batmobile said litter and then intimidate. So you fire rockets to everything. The Batman goes knocked out. Then he said, "You can say it now, Christian." No, wireless.
Oh, my dogs are hungry.
So now the Batmans and the real Batman. Batman saves all the fake Batmans from being attacked by the dogs. But in thing, he also got bit by the dog.
Yes.
So now Scarecrow attempts to leave. But you know Batman. I'm going to jump on your van because I'm Batman.
That scene is so iconic.
that is an
Just-
iconic
like,
scene.
he just gets up, just casually walks over, looks down. He's timing the van for the exact moment for him to jump. Jumps, lands, spot on the van.
Splat.
Like, that was so cool.
It's like
And
paperweight.
then after
Yeah.
that, he leaves the fake Batman and the Scarecrow along with the mobsters tied up and waiting for the police to round them. But Batman looks up like, "I gotta go.
We're trying to help you.
I gotta go."
Not in my diagnosis.
What's the difference between you and me?
I'm not wearing hockey pants.
I think it's actually like this. "I'm not wearing hockey pads."
And the dude just like looks down his pants as the Batmobile
So
drives
now-
away.
Then Gordon realized at the bank where the Joker was really at.
Him
And after-
again.
And after that, I'm Batman. Batman appears out of nowhere.
Him again, right?
And then we get some like
No,
pictures. So the one
that's
cop lady
afterwards.
is holding pictures of Joker showing the gym. She's like, you can't resist showing us his face.
So then after that, Batman informs him that he cannot worry about one man, whereas their entire mob to bring down.
And let's just say that's going to come back to haunt them later. They had a chance to start dealing with him early, but they're like, just another street thug. He can wait. Let's focus on the main mob issue right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, that decision is going to come back to haunt them later on. But Marshall, please continue.
Then after the next morning, Bruce Wayne stitches himself up after the dog bite, and Alfred offers his concerns, warning Bruce to know your limits. Know his limits, I mean. He knows Bruce keeps a close watch on newly employed district attorney Harvey Dent via some computer screens. As Bruce is trying to decide whether or not Dent can be trusted, Alfred wonders if he's really spying on the relationship that Rachel Dawes has developed with Harvey, this time played by Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, so you guys, so here's something I always wondered. Do you guys know why Katie Holmes was replaced?
Oh, yeah. She had other movies to film at
Yeah.
the same time.
Okay,
Yeah,
I figured that
she
was
did,
most
yeah.
likely the case.
And then Harvey Dent arrives in court to join Rachel to prosecute a mobster named Salvatore Maroni, the relative to Carmine Falcone.
Mhm.
They're the Maroni family, the legally new leader of the Falcone crime family. So then after that, one of his men takes the fall in court and attempts to shoot Dent from the witnessing. The gun doesn't go off, but Dent punches the man and he's hauled off to jail.
And if you pay attention, feedback for you guys. The Dark Knight takes a lot of inspiration from a very famous Batman comic book called The Long Halloween.
Exactly.
Which just got a 2-part animated adaptation film,
really
which was excellent, by the way.
They're great, but they're sometimes boring in some parts.
But that scene where that guy tries to shoot Harvey grabs the gun and punches him, that was a complete recreation of the scene where same setup, but instead of the gun, the dude pulls out a thing of acid and dumps it on Harvey's face.
That's from Batman Forever.
Mm-hmm.
Which we kind of saw in Batman Forever. So
But this
that
time
was pretty
around,
cool.
this
Okay.
time around it was gasoline.
But-
So now, Dent meets Lieutenant Gordon after a short exchange of words. They both express their distrust for those that are working in each other's office. Harvey interrogates Gordon over his involvement with the Batman, and Harvey tells him he wants to meet him. Gordon requests search warrants for the 5 banks that are believed to be holding the remainder of the mob's money. Then agrees to back Gordon's search warrants, forming a tenant's trust with the honest Gordon, who in turn held Dent as Gotham's White Knight. While Dent questions Gordon about another nickname they had made for him when he was I.A.D., a nickname Gordon claims to have no knowledge of. Then, Lucius Fox holds a board meeting at Wayne Enterprise to negotiate a joint venture with Law, the head of Law Security Investments based in Hong Kong. After meeting with Law, Wayne expressed his reservation with Lucius Fox about Law business operation, praying legal based off their profits after agreeing to cancel the deal. Wayne asks Fox for a new suit. He explains that he needs to be lighter, faster in case he runs into any more guard dogs, and that's why he wants to be able to turn his head. He turns his head because he wants to be able to find guard dogs.
Yeah.
The night Harvey dines out with Rachel, Harvey tells Rachel he had to make reservation weeks early. Even then needed to exercise his fluence to get a table at a very fashionable restaurant. Bruce and his dates, the prime ballerina from the Russia Ballet, encounter Rachel and Harvey. Bruce has them pull up a table together so they can dine, informing Harvey that he owns the restaurant. At first, Bruce seems jealous and threatened by Harvey, based on the fact that he's dating his own love interest, but Harvey explains how he supports the work of Batman and appreciates his health. Bruce changes his tone and informs Harvey that he intends to throw a massive fundraiser for him. Meanwhile, all the top mob members have a private meeting in a restaurant kitchen. Because of their inside source in the police, they were aware that the banks that their money was stashed in were going to be searched. Law appears to them on a television monitor from his plane on his way back to Hong Kong. He informs the mob that all of their money has already been moved to a single and secure location, just as Lieutenant Gordon and the company are searching the banks. Finding nothing but Art Trace's money, when the Kachik expressed concerns over the man with the clown makeup stealing $68 million from one of their banks, Merlin dismissed him as nothing but a nobody. Then the Joker, selling it, enters the room after killing a hostile member, crying by, "You want to see a magic trick?
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
I can make this pencil disappear."
And he walks up, grabs his head, ta-da, and it's gone.
He sits down and talks with the mob about how pathetic they've become since Batman came around. He tells them one solution is to kill the Batman. Offers to do for half the mob's money. He warns them about Law, saying he's a squirrel when he sees one, throwing Law to turn off his monitor. The mobs laugh as one of the mobsters, Gumble, rises from his seat and threatens the Joker. Oh wait, we kind of skipped some parts, but it's okay. The Joker opens his coat, exposing grenades. Gumble tells Joker that he's putting a price on his head. Joker tells the mob that when they plan to take things a little more seriously.
Yeah, and that whole moment is just like, if we don't deal with this now, soon a little Gamble here won't be able to get a nickel for his grandma. Enough from the clown. He goes, let's not blow things out of proportion.
Yep.
Think you steal from us, just walk away? Yeah.
And then he puts a little Joker playing card on the table.
Here's
and
my
he
card.
Exits, but not before warning the Batman will come for Lou. Harvey Dent with Gordon lights up back to meet with Batman, who appears as Dent and Gordon blame one another for the money's disappearance due to leaks from corrupt officers in another's department. They explain to Batman that they need Law back, realizing that Batman is under no one's jurisdiction. They want to make him talk and give up all the mob's members' names. Batman agrees and disappears. Fox shows Wayne his new suit. Wayne begins planning an approved trip to Hong Kong. Fox will accompany him, making it look like only one reason for his visit was to cancel the negotiation with Law's company. Gamble was playing pool some of his associates until one of them informs him that him of the group of hoodlums have killed the Joker. And his body. The body is brought in a covered bag, and as Gamble is about to pay, the Joker rises up and holds his knife to his face while his men holds the gun to his associates' heads. The Joker tells a story. You wanna know how I got these scars? So, my father put a knife in my mouth. And I went on both sides of my mouth. Then he kills Gamble, offers the 3 surviving associates an opportunity to join his team, but he has only one opening. He leaves the 3 with a half of a broken, sharp pool stick and no choice but to fight each other of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So we are going to have tryouts.
There's only one spot in my team. So come find me once y'all done.
Why so serious?
It's not there yet. You're ahead.
Too early, Mark. We'll get to that. I know. It's so iconic. We'll get to that.
You did it wrong, too.
All right. Fair enough.
Then Hong Kong happens. Lucius and Fox... not Lucius. Fox and Wayne meets Law. So there's no cell phones allowed. Fox meets Law and informs him of Wayne's price plans to cancel negotiation with his company. However, he secretly keeps one cell phone in his pocket, which has adapted to produce a sonar map of the surrounding area. Upon the leaving building, he does not pick up the phone he dropped off. He produces the map of the building to Bruce Wayne. That night, the phone that Fox left on the front desk meets a high frequency that shuts down all the power in the building. Batman crashes through the window in Law's office. After a vicious fight, the best fight scene in the Batman movie ever since, some of his guards grabs Law and escape by sending a balloon attached to a cable to a plane he has chartered flying over Law's building. Back in Gotham, Law is interrogated by Rachel with Dent and Gordon looking on. Rachel presses him to give the money to Law as taken, but Law was not given. After she threatens to have him moved to the county lockup, Law tells her that he can give them all the names of the mobsters, their pooled investment. Dent didn't realize they will have the leverage that they need in the RICO case conspiracy to link all the mob's members together. Gordon decides to keep Law in his holding cell at the major case unit building, and Law agrees to cooperate with the police and gives the name of the mob members. Gordon appears at Maroni's restaurant as the police rush in and arrest all the mob members in attendance. As after all, the mob members that Lou informed the police are rounded up for arrogant Judge Jordan Slurrow finds a Joker card in the middle of a stack of conviction papers. Dent gives a televised impromptu interview denying Batman's involvement while expressing gratitude for the police working and bringing the mob members to justice. Dent, Gordon, and Commissioner Loeb meet with the mayor to tell him that Dent rash indictment of the mob members will give the mayor clean streets for 18 months. The mayor informs Dent that his brash actions will bring down the full might of Gotham's underworld and corrupt citizens solely upon him. When the mayor asks if Dent is ready to be the city's target, the dead body of Batman winds up being hanged by a noose slammed against the mayor's window, dressed up in a Batman suit, with white makeup and on his face like the Joker, complete with the sides of his mouth slit into a grin, with the Joker card pinned to him, reading, "Rule the real Batman, please stand up." Bruce and Alfred watch on the videotape is played on the news of the Joker terminating the wannabe before killing him. He presumes that until Batman takes off his mask, shows everyone who he really is, people will die.
Yeah, that can I just say that moment was like so cool. Imagine if that was Heath Ledger's audition tape.
Ooh,
like, can you
that
imagine
would have been. That would have been. Yeah.
If I'm in that room and I see that tape, I'm like, okay, he's it. He got the part. Let's go. You know, like, God, that scene is so intense. Just like that poor guy. And Joker just has the camcorder. He's just like, I'm a man of my word. Like, oh my gosh, it's so crazy.
Yeah, he did say, I'm a man of my word.
Yep, he
But
did.
then, sorry. I kind of, Coda, I apologize because I forgot to say the line in my page. I forgot to write it down. Let me go back. Let me go back.
Hold on, we're gonna fix this. Flip the script, guys. Flip the
We gotta
script.
flip back.
Let's flip the script.
Okay, my bad. Wait, what page was it? It's on this page, on page 3.
Hey, shh, everybody be quiet. Scene setting up.
Let's put a smile on that face.
I am so done right
And then
now.
why so serious? Okay, now we're good. Now we're good.
Can I just say you both have very promising careers in voice acting? Can I just?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank
Now,
you very
now,
much.
now we're at the scene after the videotape came out. At Harvey Dent's fundraiser, a Wayne pinouts gets underway. Rachel and nervous Dent arrive at the mingle. Wayne arrives with 3 miles via helicopter and seeks out Harvey, whom he applauds and throws his full support behind, claiming, I believe in Harvey Dent. I believe that Harvey Dent can make a change for the community of Gotham City. Minutes later, Rachel meets with Bruce on the balcony, upset that Bruce is making fun at Dent. But Bruce tells her that truly he believes in Harvey, that he can be the white knight that we all allow him to hang up his medal as Batman, so they can be together. Dent joins them to thank Bruce and retrieve Rachel. Meanwhile, Gordon discovers that 3 trace of DNA on the Joker's car from Commissioner Loeb, Harvey Dent, and Judge Starlo. Judge that is trying all the mobsters today and found the car among the paperwork. Gordon takes this as a threat on their lives and begins preparation to protect them. In case of Judge Commissioner Loeb, however, this fails. The judge cars blows up. The Joker got there before him.
Yeah, and then that scene is so iconic. As she opens up the envelope, it just says, "Look up." She looks up, the whole car blows up. There's just millions of cards going everywhere.
Damn.
And
yeah.
then
Yeah.
the police arrives to Commissioner Loeb, but he drinks the liquor bottle.
And then I like that moment. He falls over, coughing. Gordon's like, "Get a medic," and the camera cuts to to like smoke coming out of the bottle from like whatever substance was inside of it that he drank.
Yes, and then right here, this is where we will stop at. After this page, Dent takes Rachel aside to ask her to marry him. Will you marry me? But she is torn and can't give him an answer. Bruce subdues Dent and locks him in a closet while Rachel watches in shock. Bruce tells Rachel that the Joker and his goons have come for Harvey and to stay hidden from sight. Then the Joker and his goons burst in, telling us that tonight's entertainment is here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what's cool about that moment? Alfred, played by Michael Caine, he had lines to say when they walk out of the elevator, but that was the first time that he saw Heath Ledger in costume.
And he was terrified.
So they just kept it in. They just kept it rolling.
And people said Heath Ledger was not fit for the role.
Yeah, it's like I
Joker's never
want to
fit.
see. I wish I could have been there to see all those people's reactions to when they saw this performance. Like, this dude won an Academy Award. You owe this man an apology, like ASAP.
Okay, you ready? He already had an award.
I mean, like, he won. I don't know if he got nominations before, but like, this dude won an Academy
he won
Award
one.
for a role that everybody said he was going to be god awful.
Yeah, he won a
you
role
know?
for Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, he was nominated for that.
True, very true.
Then the Joker scans the room, singing out Harvey. That when Rachel steps forward, he grabs her and pulls a knife out on her.
Well,
How-
hello,
how
beautiful.
You must be Harvey
Squeeze.
Ooh, okay.
Now.
Okay, Joker, I see what you did there.
I'm going off script for this one because it's not. I type it down. You want to know how I got my scars? So, I put a knife in my mouth and I went. But then, my father came in. I put a knife in his mouth. I did the same thing. And I did to my mother. And I said, why so serious? So now I'm new to you. But then all of a sudden, Batman appears.
Yeah, because Rachel kicks Joker. He's like, a little fight in you. I like that.
And then you're gonna love me.
Comes in and punches him.
Fights breaks up between the Joker and his goons, with the Joker up and sends him rallying. Wait, I read that backwards. My bad. The goons being
take two.
a fight breaks out between Batman and Joker and his goons, with the Joker and the goons being on Batman pretty well. When Batman gains the upper hand, he sees the Joker holding a gun at Rachel, heads and his dingling her out and shouts out the window. Batman says, let her go.
Very poor choice of words. and lets her go.
Batman dives at the window and saves her using his cape, slowing their fall as they crash into the roof of a car on the street. Joker, let's just talk about this real quick. How do you just up and vanish after you just drop Rachel?
Oh wow, yeah, that's true.
I just assumed, while he jumps down, him and the men get back in the elevator, and then they just leave.
They have to come out the front door.
Well, maybe there might have been a back door or something.
They
I mean,
stairs. They
I feel like you
stairs.
have to expand the disbelief a little bit. I mean, that's just a common thing in Batman films. They distract him with something that he has to do while they get away, and then they're just magically gone. You just kind of gotta go with it.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's pretty cool about that party scene. When Joker is telling that story to Rachel, it was actually improvised a little bit. When he grabbed her face, he's like, look at me.
Look at me.
That wasn't planned. If you pay attention to Maggie Gyllenhaal,
yeah, I'm pretty sure she was terrified.
She's looking over at Christopher Nolan like, can we cut, please? if you look at her eyes, she's like looking around at the camera crew, like, why are we still filming? You know, like they let the cameras roll. Like she's freaking out because this was in the script. She didn't know that this was going to happen, so he kind of like improvised that whole moment, which makes it even better. Like that's a genuine reaction.
That is
we're
a
seeing.
genuine reaction. But as of now, The Dark Knight to be continued.
Yeah, to be
Wait,
continued.
I got go on the next day. Then it could be continued.
Okay.
Okay.
The next day, Wayne tries to figure out what the Joker's after. Alpha relates a story of when he was in a Brahma with friends, attempting to nullify the local criminal by bribing them with jewels. One thief, however, tossed these bribes away, continuing to raid the locals' convoys. While Bruce seems confused over this behavior, Alfred informs that some men can't be reasoned with.
They can't be bought, bullied, or threatened, or negotiated with.
No, that's not the line. This is the line. Some men can't be reasoned with. They don't want anything particular. They have a kill support. They just want to watch the world burn. As Bruce fixates on the Joker face on the monitor. This where we will stop the Dark Knight review. I leave you with these couple of words. Oh, I gotta flip the page.
What are the couple of words?
He's a silent knight. A silent guardian. A watchful protector. He is a dark knight. Those words will come back next time when we finish
some foreshadowing for all you listening in on what's going to come next in part 2. Now, question though, for the next one, Mark, I believe you're not going to be present, right? Because you have something going on.
That is right. That is
It's next week.
That's next week.
That's next
this will
week,
be the
so
Dark
you will be
Knight
here.
Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
So this Friday we'll wrap this up, right?
No, this Friday is MCU Part 2.
This Friday is MCU Part 2.
So next week,
start
so
on
next Wednesday we'll come back in here and we'll wrap this up.
Yes.
Okay,
next
yeah.
Wednesday is schedule alert for this week. Phase 2 of MCU Part 1 will be February 18th. Original Superman movies will be the 23rd. And then we will push back. We will switch out original Superman movies to finish the Dark Knight Trilogy. That will be the original Superman movies will be after the Batman review on April 20th.
Okay.
Yes, that sounds like a plan. So
Sounds like a good plan.
I just want to say that I hope you all listening in really enjoyed this first half talking about the Dark Knight Trilogy. I'm sure if you're not aware that all three of these films mean a lot to us, as it does to the millions of other fans who grew up watching these films. It's just no matter how much time we give talking about these, it's never going to be enough to give these films justice. They are truly the crown jewel of a superhero trilogy. It's out there with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, in my personal opinion.
Yes.
And I'm really looking forward to next week when we come back to finish this out. So I just want to say, guys, thank you very much for
you're welcome.
for this excellent first part. I think we all did an excellent job bringing up our points. Like Mark, Marshall, you guys are killing it, talking about all these important details and everything. I hope I can do the same when I talk about Dark Knight Rises next week.
Yep.
Let you know.
Yep.
March is going to be a busy month for Codo Cinemas.
That is
there is a
right.
ton of stuff coming out.
There's
next
a ton of
month,
stuff
like,
coming out.
Yeah, a lot.
Yep.
I'm going to give you the rundown for March.
And keep in mind for everybody, the movie list will change.
Yeah, so it's kind of like pre-planned at the moment. It's not like set in like stone.
Oh,
there
yeah.
might be a few changes here and there, but most of the topics should stay there.
Yeah, the only one where changes the original Superman movies will be the Dark Knight Trilogy, the final part of the Dark Knight Trilogy. And then March is a heavy hitter. You ready?
Yep.
Give us the rundown.
Give us a
Mark.
rundown.
The
for our
first 2 episodes, the first week of March, Phase 3 of MCU Part 1. Then, that Friday, Phase 3 of MCU Part 2. Next week of that second week of March, Godfather, March 9th.
Now, episode 92, March 11th. That one was originally going to be Zack Snyder's Justice League, like looking back a year later. But
it is Justice League.
yeah,
Yeah,
but we might that might actually change. That might actually change for another film that we might add in later.
What's the other film?
the Shawshank Redemption.
No.
If we can get Rob Calhoun on board for the
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, that's like March. I have it in my calendar.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's like March 25th.
March 25th?
That's the only free day we have in March.
Okay.
Because we're going to take a break in between the Spider-Man trilogies and duologies and then the other trilogy.
Okay, that's a good point. So yeah, March 25th. That is if we can get the episode and Rob set in stone.
Then after that, it's time for some Spider-Man mania, you feel me?
Oh yeah.
Raimi trilogy, March 23rd. Andrew Spider-Man duology and the Venom duology for now, March 30th. And then on April Fools, we're talking about MCU Spider-Man all the way from Captain America Civil War until No Way Home.
Now, I feel like for that one, I think we should change it up a little bit. I don't think we're going to be talking about the movies
No, we're just talking about Spider-Man.
specifically.
We're just talking about
We're just going
Spider-Man.
to be talking about the events that happen in those films
Yes.
With Spider-Man.
with Spider-Man. Yeah, so that's going to be a little different.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And then we're ending off the... I got to check my calendar again. We're starting off with the second week of April with...
Phase 4 of the
the-
Marvel
yes.
Cinematic Universe.
And then my favorite movie, I Will Cry, the Titanic, will be April 13th. And then the Batman. We're not going to see the Batman in theaters in March. We're going to save that for April 20th because it comes on HBO Max on April 16th.
That is true.
Can you? I wish we could do this. I wish we could do the podcast while watching the movie. It's like a live thing.
That would
like-
have been awesome, but knowing the
you
fact, it's a bit tough to do.
Yeah, I know, but that'd be so cool though. It's like we get like, oh my gosh, he just did this. Like
Yes.
so
And
that way we could actually record our genuine reactions. That'd be so cool.
so
now
the Suicide Squad 2016 will be April 22nd. And then the Matrix will end off April 27th. We're possibly going to do the first Matrix or the first two, if that's possible.
now for the 100th episode. Now
Nobody knows. Nobody knows what it is.
Nobody
No one
knows
knows
what
yet.
this. Nobody knows what
If
this
you
is going to
snitch,
be.
if you snitch, Kevin Feige will come for you.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100th episode is gonna be a special one. That one's gonna be a secret. That's a secret. But anyway, to be continued on the Dark Knight Trilogy.
Swear to me.
So anyway, thank you all for tuning in to Codo Cinema. Codo Cinema Part 2 of The Dark Knight will resume next Wednesday.
Tune in until next time.
So anyway, I'm your host, Mark Codo, aka Codoman,
And
aka Nightwing.
And I am Christian Taylor, aka the Red Hood.
I am Marsh Myers, and I am Batman.
Remember to watch movies and stay positive.
Vengeance. Well. Isn't that kind of ironic, how that Joker's about to take over Codo Cinema? Well, Codo and Christian have about 14 minutes to escape the bomb. But if they don't, they're gone. And this becomes the Joker Cinema. And that's, if you're listening, you can find them. Well, everybody, that was the Joker. So now let's get back into the Dark Knight Trilogy Part 2, I would say. We're going to finish up the Dark Knight Trilogy with the Dark Knight, then move on to the Dark Knight Rises. It's just me right now. Christian, Codo have to defuse a bomb before they come inside. They have a little bit over 12 minutes to defuse that bomb. But now let's get back into the Dark Knight Trilogy. So right where we left off, Batman is seen on the edge of the rooftop listening into a cell phone frequency when he overhears a plot against Harvey Dent. Gordon rushes to the apartment where Ramirez and Batman to find two policemen murdered, with the last name Harvey and Dent. Ramirez begins to blame Batman, but Gordon cuts her off, and as Batman removes a piece of concrete with the contains a bullet used in the murder in hopes of finding evidence. Gordon notes that the Joker has left an advance copy of tomorrow's newspaper indicating the death of the mayor. At Wayne Enterprises, Fox meets with the Wayne accountant Coleman Reese, who claims to know about certain problems with the Wayne's funding and research and development, claimed that Wayne has some sort of government project with cell phones for the Army underway. He also uncovered Fox's design for the Batmobile/Tumbler. He tells Fox that he wants $10 million per year for the rest of his life to keep this a secret. Fox smiles and says, "Let me get this straight. You think that your client, one of the wealthiest and most powerful men in the world, is secretly a vigilante who spends his night beating criminals to a pulp with his bare hands and plan is to blackmail this person? Good luck." Fox helped Wayne reconstruct the bullet taken from the murder scene and produce a fingerprint. Fox asked if he reassigned the R&D department. Bruce acknowledged that he has, claiming he's playing this one close to the chest. Wayne traced the bullet fingerprints to an apartment overlooking the funeral speech for Commissioner Loeb and takes off on a motorcycle. As the ceremony continues on the street below, Wayne inspects the room where he believes the Joker might be and finds several men tied up. They tell Wayne that there's a gun and a uniform were stolen. Wayne inspects binoculars pointing out of a blind window. The window blind is connected to a timer as the bullet shoots. But the police snipers positioned around the area all shoot in the direction. At the same time, the Joker, who had removed his makeup and played himself off as a member of the honor guard for the ceremony, turns and takes a shot at the mayor. But Lieutenant Gordon dives in the way, getting shot in the back and falling. Everyone panics and runs, but the police shoot one member of the honor guard in the leg and hauling him into a truck. Dick himself climbs in the trunk, and upon inspecting the cribble, sees that the name tag on his uniform reads Officer Rachel Dawes. He calls Rachel and informs her that she's been targeted and get to the safest place she can, which in her case is Bruce Pinel's. He tells her he loves her, and there's no answer from Rachel. But now we're going to the nitty gritty. We're going to go off the paper and says that Gordon family is being informed that Gordon has died. Dent is being interrogated, and as well, he's trying to figure out why is people coming after him and his fiance. So he flips the coin, but this time Batman shows up and snatches out the air. And if Dent will really live a thug's life up to the chance, he said no, not exactly. He informs Harvey that this criminal, Thomas Scuff, is a paranoid psychiatrist patient from Arkham Asylum and that he won't learn anything from him. He also tells Harvey that if anyone saw this unjust way of interrogating someone, all that good work that Dent's done for Gotham will be lost. He tells Harvey to hold a press conference the following day because he wants to use the opportunity to turn himself in as Batman and leaves. Harvey yells at him that he can't give in. But he forgot this is not about him no more. It's about his fiance. So when Bruce gets back, he sees Rachel waiting. And she tells him that turning himself in will not stop the Joker. But Bruce says he has enough blood on his hands already. He reminds her that she promised him that we will be scared when he hangs up the mantle of Batman. She tells Bruce not to make her his only hope for a normal life. They share a kiss. And tells Bruce that if he turns himself in as Batman, the sea will never let them be together. That's sad, but it doesn't work out in the plan, because he and Alfred begin destroying everything that might tie Lucius Fox and Rachel to Batman. So Bruce is ready to turn himself in as Batman. Alfred tries to talk him out of it, but Bruce is not having it. He says that Batman can't endure the responsibility of innocents dying, especially where Rachel is concerned. But that's not all. Harvey at the press conference says that he is Batman, that he's accountable for everything that's done. And he also said, however, the people are overcome with fear, crying out, "No more dead cops," to apply to indicate that Harvey will not be able to sway them. Upon his failure, he announces that he is Batman, and they get handcuffed. Bruce is like, "What? I was supposed to announce that I was Batman." Rachel's also watching his press conference. Rachel's about to call Bruce. It's like, what's happening? What's going on? But now, the most climactic scene of the film, the first part of the climactic scene of the film, is the armored truck transporting Harvey to Arkham Asylum. But no, they get stopped by the Joker and his goons. So they have a little tussle. Then Batman, the real Batman, shows up and say he's not having part of this, and he will stop Joker and his goons from taking down Harvey. But then it's just Batman and Joker. Joker on the street shooting his machine gun. Batman's in his bat pod, ready to run him down. But Batman doesn't kill. So Joker and his goons has upper hand on Batman. Joker goons try to take off his mask, didn't work, and then Joker starts laughing at the guys that tried to take off his mask. And all of a sudden, Joker's about to kill him. Freeze! Commissioner Gordon's right there. So all of a sudden, the Joker's going in jail. Harvey's not the Batman. Gordon's not dead. Now, the best interrogation scene in a Batman movie. Probably the best Batman movie before the new Batman. Because there's an interrogation scene in the new Batman movie. So Batman appears and starts beating on the Joker and trying to find out where's Harvey. Nobody knew where Harvey was at. Or his girlfriend. Until the Batman showed up. Harvey's gone. And then the Joker gets under Batman's skin, telling him that they're both freaks, and then becomes angry and puts a chair under the door and beats the Joker savagely. The Joker just laughs and definitely tells Batman there's nothing you can't do to him to hurt me. That he actually enjoys the beating. The Joker sadistically reveals that it's not just Harvey, but Rachel are in separate locations, both tied up and strapped to explosion. That will explode in a short amount of time. I'll give you the locations of two of them, but you have to stay off of them. So Batman tells Gordon, like, I'm going after Rachel. And Gordon goes after Harvey. But guess what? It's a trap. Batman goes to Harvey and not Rachel. Harvey becomes the Two-Face in that scene. Harvey's on the ground with gasoline on his face, and then boom, the bomb explodes, half his face on fire. Rachel dies. And now Batman's mourning the death of his loved one. So now we're going to the hospital scene where Dent's in the hospital and everything, and Alfred says, this is my fault. Not Alfred, Bruce says, this is my fault. I lost Rachel. And Bruce is devastated after the loss of Rachel, and he can't bear himself. So Dent is like, I can't do it no more. He's becoming insane. He's becoming the Two-Face that we all know and love. But he didn't fully become Two-Face until the Joker showed up. Insane. You couldn't save the one you love. But you can kill me. But you have to make the choice of killing me and you becoming a villain. Or you will go to jail. So once Joker said all of that to Two-Face, he had his plan now was to blow up the hospital. But when he leaves the room where Harvey did, some guy said, wait, you're not supposed to be here. He shoots that guy, and he keeps shooting people until he leaves the hospital. He shoots like 2 people, and then he gets on a school bus. And waves saying, like, go, we got everybody, just go. He doesn't say nothing. Nobody sees his face with makeup on it. I think he not wear makeup. But yeah, and after that, the real plan begins. Two-Face gonna become Harvey Dent. He's gonna capture a mob boss. And then he's gonna try to uncover, identify the dirty cop that kidnapped Rachel. When he's confronting the Maroni's car, he learns that the other cop is Ramirez. Then he flips the coin from Maroni, which leads on the clean slate. Lucky man, he remarks. Before he flips it again, he lands on the dirty side and buckle up states. But he's not, and he shoots Maroni's driver, causing the car to rear off the road and crash into the docks. Meanwhile, 2 large ferries have to go off due to the Joker's threats. One is inhabited by criminals and that Harvey and Gordon helped put out. Well. Seems like 1 out of 2 survived the bomb. Well, he survived the bomb, I see.
Well, I did, as your official Nightwing.
Should have put a padlock on that door.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure about that. I should have put a padlock on that door.
Yeah.
So, right.
By the way, going off topic, this is Mark Codo, a.k.a. the man, the myth, the legend. Codoman.
So, right where I was continuing about, it's time for them to do the ferry scene where the criminals have to choose between the citizens, and the citizens have to choose between the criminals who let them die with a detonator.
Ooh, tough choice right there.
But they forgot about Harvey. Harvey has a point in this.
Harvey is somewhere else.
Harvey is talking to Ramirez because Ramirez sold out the location of his fiancée Rachel and got her killed.
Oh no.
And she also got a call to force Gordon's family to meet her at this location.
Oh no.
So Harvey said, okay.
Oh my goodness. Could it be? Could it be? Oh my goodness. Could it be? Or could it just be the door that is open by itself?
It's probably the door that just opened by itself.
Did the door open by itself?
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! It could be Robin's ghost. Robin's coming after me.
So wow, now Batman is going to the building where the Joker is found, and Gordon's going after his family. The plan is coming together.
What plan? The plan.
The plan of Gordon going to his family and Batman's coming to me.
Yep. And then obviously Batman's coming to the Joker.
Batman realized that the guards that Joker has are doctors.
Fox, the SWAT teams are targeting the wrong people. The clowns are the victims.
So Batman has to fight the SWAT members and disable the goons to make his way up to the Joker.
And he did.
The Joker has Rottweilers, and Joker and Batman go fighting each other. But Joker has upper hand because he has dogs.
Oh, you made it. I'm so proud.
He has dogs. But at the same time, they're finally about to make their decisions on the ferries.
Oh, no.
A prisoner steps up and throws it out the window. And the Joker has Batman being held down. And Batman says,
oh man, ooh. You might want. Hey, you better stop the fighting, or else we'll miss the fireworks. There won't be any fireworks.
okay, here we go.
The guards, the one of the guards on the ferry was about to detonate it, but had second thoughts. Puts down the detonator while the other person tosses out the window. Cuts back to the Joker and Batman. Batman's asking, "What are you trying to prove? That deep down in you, they're as good as you are. You're alone."
I'm just trying to prove that some shit isn't that bad. But now Batman throws Joker off the thing. But I have revealed to you this, Batman. There's a phase 3 of my plan. With Harvey Dent. You're the gullible White Knight of Gotham. He has Commissioner Gordon's family. And Gordon's on his way there. So, well, you gotta go to him now. He's at the place where your girlfriend died.
What did you do?
I just made it easier for him to get his revenge.
You took Gotham's White Knight
And turned him against you. So gullible you are.
and all it takes is a little push.
And so now, Gordon's there. Two-Face knocks him out. Jimmy is about to... Two-Face grabs Jimmy, prepares to flip the coin for his fate, but Batman steps in and says, "Stop. To blame the people responsible for Rachel's death is the Joker, not Commissioner Gordon." But Two-Face flips the coin for Batman, which lands dirty. Batman shot. Now it's for his turn. It lands on the clean side. Now it's for Jimmy, Gordon's son. But Batman intervenes. And then it's Two-Face down, but grabs Jimmy and gives him to Gordon. And now Batman falls to his death, which he doesn't. So now Gordon checks on Batman. Batman says, "The Joker won by corrupting Harvey Dent and turning him evil. He tore down the best of them, Jim. If Gotham were to find out about Harvey Dent's murders, the symbol of hope and faith that he have given Gotham will be diminished. And all the prisoners he'll put back in jail will be let out, and thus creating chaos. Gotham can never find out about the murders. All will take the blame for them. And I can't let the Joker win. The city will remain in peace." Now, a montage of Christian Gordon and other members destroying the bat symbol. And a moral for them. While Alpha burns the Rachel notes and Lucius shuts down the server machines, and Batman in the background continues to explain that by taking the blame of the killings, the fate that people of Gotham and Harvey did can be rewarded, and it can be justified. Now we'll run off to my bat block, Gordon. Gordon tells his son that Harvey Dent was the hero that Gotham needed, but Batman was the hero that Gotham deserved. Now Gordon tells his son, he's a silent guardian, a watchful protector. He is the Dark Knight. Post-credit scene, Joker laughs, maniacally, and now to the Dark Knight Rises, which picks up where Bane.
By the way, rest in peace, Heath Ledger.
Oh yeah, this was a memorial for Heath Ledger in 2008, and this won many awards, which I'm not going to go through.
Although obviously the most obvious one was Heath Ledger winning Best Supporting Actor,
Yes.
and then I think it won another one for a sound effect award.
It won many awards. But now, the Dark Knight Rises opens up with... You're the CIA, you know the CIA agent lines?
Tell me about Bane! Why does he wear the mask?
Perhaps he would have... Why someone would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane.
When I pull that off, will you die?
Extremely painful.
You're a big guy.
For you. Of course, Dr. Prevail refused our offer in favor of yours. We had to find out what he told you.
Nothing. I told him nothing.
Well, guess not.
Congratulations! You got yourself captured. What's the next step in your master plan?
Crushing this plane with no survivors. Calm down, Doctor. Now it's time for fear. That comes later.
And then the plane drops from Oblivion all the way down to, well, obviously Oblivion.
Now we pick up our story. It's about this new officer named Detective Blake.
Who is being played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yes, he goes to Bruce Wayne and says, we need the Batman again. And Bruce like, that ship sailed. But I was that kid that you gave that little thing, that little gadget to.
He was the kid?
That's why I said, remember, from Batman Begins.
Oh my goodness. That was him?
But Bruce Wayne's like, I'll think about it. Throws a party for everybody in Gotham. All the rich people, exactly. It's for, actually everybody, for the memorial of Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent.
But the thing is, the only person that wasn't there was Commissioner Gordon and some of the cops, because they was investigating something.
Mm-hmm.
Commissioner Gordon is captured by Bane, but he gets uncaptured because he's Commissioner Gordon. He can save himself from anything. Batman gets injured. He actually shaves, gets injured, go to Commissioner Gordon, and says, "What happened? Why are you like this?" It was some guy. He was wearing a mask. He's trying to burn down Gotham City. So now we're going to a party where Bruce Wayne meets Selina Kyle for the second time, actually.
Also known as Catwoman. Even though they never mentioned Catwoman's name, we all know her as Selina Kyle.
So now Bruce and Selina's at a party, and once Bruce is about to leave, the guy, some usher said, Bruce says, "Where's my car?" "Your wife took it, sir." "My wife."
Who was that guy? Was it one of the scientists at that party as the creator of Clayface?
I think so. But now, he says, now there's a bank robbery. Not a bank robbery. What's the stock market robbery?
Oh,
The stock market was being robbed by Man from Mask.
Bane.
So Bane and his followers like, okay, we're gonna rob the stock market because Batman's no longer around.
That's right. I mean, Bane's taking over now, and I will admit, seeing Tom Hardy as Bane, I say one of the best casting choices out there.
Now, you thought Batman was gone. I always come back. Batman's chasing Bane. Cops chasing Batman. Batman disabling cops. Batman gets pulled over by the cops.
And then Selina Kyle comes in with her Catwoman outfit.
The Batwing goes to his little place. It's not even called the Batwing. I just called it the Batwing because it looks like the Bat.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
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 It's an armored Batwing.
Yep.
So Batman fights alongside Kyle. Batman gets the treatment. It's like, she's gone. And he's like, that's what that feels like. So then we go into the story. So nothing really good happened until
well, at least Bruce goes to a doctor at one point.
Yeah, we already got to that part.
Oh, we already did that.
With the Sling Kyle part, because that was before he came back with Batman.
And then they decided to actually, are we forgetting one thing? Before Batman does his first fight with Bane,
that's not until later on.
right? He meets up with how do I say? We all know who it was at the very end of the film, but it was her. It was her. We get to see her.
Yes.
It's her. It's her.
It's her.
It's her. It's her. I mean,
it's this love of his life. The one that the Joker didn't kill yet. Actually, he did kill that girl, because this came out in 2012.
Right. Rachel Dawes was dead in the sequel.
And then this was 2012. Arkham City came out. So he kind of killed Talia al Ghul. The same year the Dark Knight Rises came out. I give him props for that.
Miranda Tate.
Talia al Ghul.
That is right. That is right.
But we'll get to her backstory later, though.
Yeah, because at one point, there was this one scene where...
No, the backstory later is all about
No.
Bane.
Well, before cutting to Bane, they did make out.
He makes out with a lot of people. He's Bruce Wayne.
That's true. He's a... he's basically the opposite of Iron Man. Well, similar to Iron Man, but
I'm a
opposite.
billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, and the other stuff that Tony Stark said, but as Batman.
Kind of like how Bruce Wayne does.
So now, it's time for the main event. Selena
Catwoman, or should I say Selena
betrays
Kyle.
The Batman.
You made a serious mistake.
You know what's funny?
What's funny?
This happens 3 times. Batman Returns, The Dark Knight Rises, and probably the Batman that comes out this year.
That's true.
Because we don't know what's happening until next week.
Mm-hmm.
So now,
we get what is probably the fight that many people...
you talking about the comic book accurate
Yes.
scene.
Not as serious as yours,
Like,
I fear.
I have the things I have to find. You know, I have it.
Hold on, folks. Marshall's looking. Oh boy, and my boy
Peace
Christian
out.
Taylor though. I know you love this. I know you like this film, but we're holding on for you, buddy.
Okay. Catwoman says, I had no choice. I need a way to keep them from killing me. He made a serious mistake.
Not as serious as yours, I fear.
Bane.
Let's not stand on ceremony here, Mr. Wayne.
I broke you. Oh, sorry, it's Bane. I broke you. How have you come back? Oh, wait. Oh,
Whoa.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Peace has cost you strength. Victory has defeated you. The fact that Batman keeps giving Bane blow after blow is not only satisfying to watch, but also...
Oh, wait, I found it.
You found it?
Theoretically, deceptions are powerful agents to the uninitiated, but we are initiated, aren't we, Bruce? Members of the League of Shadows.
And you betrayed us.
You're that's Batman. You're excommunicated by a king of psychopaths.
And then the extra 2 punches to the gut that Bane gives Batman.
I am the League of Shadows. I'm here to fulfill Ra's al Ghul's destiny. You may start like a younger man with nothing held back or marble, but no mistakes. Oh, you think the darkness is your allies, but you merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then, there was nothing to me but blinding.
Shadows betray you because they belong to me.
I will show you where I have made my home while preparing to bring justice, and I will break you. Your precious armor... Why am I talking like Joker? Your precious armor. Gratefully accept it.
We will need it. And then, can I just say about the fight, like, it's also satisfying to seeing Batman fight Bane so hard. I mean, it's just like punch after punch. You got to give Batman credit for at least hitting on Bane like that.
Oh, yes, I was wondering what will break first, your spirit or your body.
And this is the moment, folks. This was the moment right there. The moment where we recognize from the comic books. Bane breaks Batman's back.
Peace has cost you your strength. Victory has defeated you.
Now, bum 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 bum. Bane destroys the whole entire world of Gotham. He traps the cops underground. There's
Oh, no.
nobody to stop Batman. I mean Bane. But now, oh wait, I kind of messed up. Sorry. Before that, why didn't you just kill me?
You don't fear death. You're welcome. You welcome it. Your punishment will be more served. Torture? Yes, but not your body, of your soul. Where am I? Home. Where I learned the truth about despair as will you. There's a reason why the prison is the worst hell on earth. Hope every man who has a virtue here over the centuries has looked up to the light. I imagine climbing to freedom, so easy, so simple, and look over shipwrecked men turn to sea water for uncoiled thrusts. Many have died trying. I learned here that there can be no true desperate without hope. As I terrorize Gotham, I will feed its people hope to poison their souls. I will let them believe that they can survive so you can watch them clamor over each other to stay in the sun. You can watch me torture the entire city when you have truly understand the depth of failure. We will fulfill Ra's al Ghul's destiny. We will destroy Gotham. And then, when it is done, Gotham is ashes, then you may have my permission to die.
Wow. Right there. Wow. I mean, Bruce Wayne is in the pit. Prison pit, I should say.
Bum 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 bum. Now all the stuff I said before is happening. Bum 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 bum. Now Batman's trying to get out the pit. Batman gets out the pit.
Isn't that satisfying to see? Not only satisfying, but a literally epic and emotional moment for Bruce Wayne to come out of the pit, because he tries so desperately to get out twice. Especially, oh, wait a minute, I forgot to mention.
Bane blew up a football field, by the way.
Well, that's true. That is definitely true. And I also forgot to also mention something else.
Ra's al Ghul's trainer was there.
Yes. While one of the doctors was able to fix Batman's back by a punch to a back in his vertebrae.
Yes. But now Batman is coming to town. But not just yet. Because all the villains he put down
have escaped.
Especially the Joker, which was supposed to be in this movie. But just because Heath Ledger died, they said, no, let's not bring him back. This is his the Dark Knight was his legacy. So they didn't bring him back. So in the court scene, it was supposed to be Joker, Scarecrow, and everybody else in that court scene.
Yeah, but it was Scarecrow.
Yes.
Who was the judge.
Scarecrow wasn't the judge, it was supposed to be the Joker. Scarecrow was like the person that's like the jury.
Right.
Now, Batman saves the cops. He saves them from being eliminated with the help of not with the help of Catwoman yet. Catwoman finds Batman first. Batman tells Commissioner Gordon, "Light this. It gives us people hope." He lights it. Boom! Bat signal appears.
Impossible.
Then after that, Batman's going through hell because Bane has robbed him of his surprises. I have the Batmobile. I have every gadget that you have, Batman. So everything that happens, Bane has. Batman fights everybody. Batman and the police that are not manhunting him right now, stopped. Now they're all fighting to go against Bane.
Oh my goodness! And the music in the background from Hans Zimmer really helps too, giving the tension between the two groups, the police versus the Arkham Asylum prisoners, I should say. And hang on a minute. Are we forgetting Bane's speech? Remember Bane's speech?
I gotta find it.
Where he was reading.
Are you about the football field?
What?
You about the football field?
Well, part of the football field, but also before the final fight.
Oh wait.
Telling him because Bane kills one of the doctors, Dr. Pavel. Is that right?
Yes.
And Bane tells the audience in the football
I got
stadium.
you.
And so this bomb is armed. This bomb is mobile.
Yeah, I got it. The identity of the Trigger Man is a mystery for one of you holding the detonator. And we come here not as conquerors, but as liberators to return control of the city to the people. And first try interference from the outside of the world or for those attempting to flee. This anonymous Gothamite, the young son hero, will trigger the bomb. For now, martial law is now in effect. Return to your homes, hold your families close, and wait. Tomorrow you could claim what is rightfully yours.
That is right. That speech, though, set everything off in Gotham.
Now, Batman's 1v1 Bane.
So you came back to die for your city.
Oh, wait, now I gotta find that scene, okay, because I forgot all about that. Bane got so many lines in this movie. Yes. That's just Batman saying it, because I couldn't think of it.
Well, actually, Batman says, "No, I came back to stop you."
See, that wasn't in my quotes right now. I don't even have that. I have the next scene. So Batman beating Bane. Bah, rah. Then Bane gets inside this building.
But doesn't Batman knock out one of Bane's?
Yes, but we're trying to speed.
Right.
So now it's just Bane and Batman. Bane says, "I've broken you. How have you come back? You think you're the only one who can find the strength to escape? Where's the trigger?" But I never escaped. But the child shall go made the climb. I got a knife in the back.
Stabbed in the back by none other than the daughter of Ra's al Ghul.
But he's not the child of Ra's al Ghul. I am. Oh, but it's not. I am. I thought I'm not Orion. I'm saying, Miranda, why? Talia. My mother named me Talia before she was killed.
Talia al Ghul.
No way I would have been killed if not for my protector, Bane. So now they have a little talk, but guess what? Catwoman says, "Nah, I'm trying to shoot you with this bat pod."
Well, before that, Bane says, I'm going to have to kill you now. You'll just have to imagine the fire.
Yes, now it's time for the Batman quotes, because this is the end of the movie, and I gotta get this Batman quotes ready, because it's the best quote in this movie from Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here it is. Okay, gotta go down, 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 gotta go down. Oh my gosh, so many quotes in this movie. Why gotta be so? Oh wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's Gordon's quote?
He's searching for it, folks. He is searching for it. Marshall is searching for the quotes of this film. I mean, hey, he's got a lot going on, if you know what I'm saying, right?
Okay, no. That's when he was in the. That's when something called Leaves. Man, I just want to see when Batman talks to Commissioner Gordon and said, "And you're like, yeah, you have to rally your arms. Back then, that was me." Man, I can't even find that quote. It's maybe not.
You couldn't find the quote?
Wait, hold on. I think I'm there. I think I'm almost there.
Don't worry, folks. He's finding it.
So while I'll find this quote, Batman is going through a lot. He's injured. He can't really do much. So Batman's like, "I'm injured. I need to go home." But this is the end for the Dark Knight, though.
That's right.
Okay. Is this the Jim quote? Is this the Jim quote? Is this Batman's quote? Okay. He's like, "A hero can be anyone. Even a man doing something as simple as reassuring as putting a coat around the poor shoulder, so let him know that the world had ended." And Jim Gordon said, "Bruce Wayne."
It was him. He finally realized that it was Bruce Wayne the entire time. I mean, it's just that, Gordon was the last person to find out that that Batman is Bruce Wayne.
Just remember, Selina Kyle knew Bruce Wayne was Batman after Bane said, "Mr. Wayne."
Mr. Wayne.
So now, Blake, aka Robin. His name's Robin. His first name is Robin. Robin Blake something.
Robin Blake something.
I forgot his name. Let me go back to the quotes.
I mean,
Robin. It's like Robin. It's Robin Blank. Robin Blake something. That's how bad it is.
wait a minute. Let me
Robin-
help you.
Robin John Blake.
Robin John Blake.
His middle name was Robin. I think his middle name was Robert. His
Well,
first name was
actually-
Robin.
The film reveals his legal name to be Robin John Blake.
So his first name was Robin. Your parents did not love you. If your name was Robin. Well, you didn't have. Well, you did have parents, but they left you.
There's been different versions of Robin,
No,
but
but-
actually,
no,
I feel like this is like a reference to Tim Drake.
I guess so.
But since his name is John Blake, I mean that's
Now-
almost a mirror reference to it. But I mean, you kind of get the
Now-
connection, but
Now,
still.
we're at the end of this, I guess, semi-episode, because we're about to talk about the main attraction. Bruce Wayne is presumed dead. Lucius Fox gave up the life. Alfred moved to Italy. Alfred, Jim, Blake, Catwoman, most everybody and citizens said that Bruce Wayne was a noble citizen. The Wayne Manor is now an orphanage. Robin John Blake found the Batcave. Post-credit scene is Alfred is in Italy, Paris, and in the corner across the table. I'm Batman.
He's alive! He's alive, folks!
With I guess fiance Catwoman, Selena Kyle. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know if it's canon because we never got a fourth movie.
Right. I mean, some people thought the ending. What did you think about the ending?
You see, when did this movie come out?
2012.
Like what year?
2012.
Oh, sorry, not what day?
This came out on July 16th in New York, but July 20th in the United States and United Kingdom.
You see, July what in the U.S.?
July 16th,
So this had competition on the line.
but also July 20th in the U.S. It's just
This
July 16th was in New York City.
okay, but when they come out in the U.S., just the U.S.
20th, July 20th.
2012.
Yep, 2012.
But they had competition on the line
What's the competition?
because a year before this was Arkham City.
Oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. But don't forget, there was another film that came out the same year as this film.
Yeah, it was and plus it was like 2 months afterwards. Yeah, it was the Avengers. He was not winning.
I mean, at least The Dark Knight Rises made over $1 billion.
The Avengers made over $1 billion.
That's true.
Way over how much money that made right there.
Mm-hmm.
How much money did that make?
1.081 billion.
So I got $5 billion in my bank account right now because of Avengers.
So, the Avengers beat out The Dark Knight Rises by 500 million.
Yes. So the Dark Knight Trilogy is coming to a close, but not Batman yet, because Batman still has a little bit up his sleeves.
That is true.
We have the Batman in April. Well, let me give you the rundown for this last week and the first week of March, because this week is also the finale of Phase 2 of the MCU.
That's right. Phase 2 of the MCU.
And then next week, Phase 3, Part 1 of the MCU. Then that Friday, Phase 3, Part 2 of the MCU. March 9th will be Phase 3, the finale of the MCU. Then we're going to take a break like they did in real life after Phase 3. Then after that, you have the Zack Snyder's Justice League, Raimi Trilogy, The Godfather, March 25th, Andrew Spider-Man movies and Venoms, March 30th, April Fool's, MCU featuring Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
We're not covering No Way Home because we already did that.
We already did No Way Home.
We're going to cover Homecoming, Far From Home, and all the things he was up in before No Way Home. April 6th will be Phase 4. We're
of the
talking
MCU.
about just the shows and Shang-Chi.
I agree because
Because you already talked about... Did you talk about Black Widow?
no, we have
We're
not.
going to talk Shang-Chi and Black Widow. Those are the only two films we're talking about.
Because
and
we have
TV
already
shows.
covered, Codo Cinema has already covered Spider-Man No Way Home
Eternals.
and The Eternals.
So we're only covering 2 movies and 5 TV shows.
That's going to be a lot of content. folks. And here's the thing: superhero films, they are not a light subject to talk
And that's
about.
that's the end of Marvel month. Marvel was from starting in February 18th and it ends April 6th.
Yeah.
And the Dark Knight ended today, which was supposed to be the Superman movies
Right. It was originally supposed to be the Superman movies, but
with Christopher Reeves.
here's the thing: some of these films that we got on this list, they're like planned, but not like official planned.
Oh no, the movies I named after the episodes named after are
Right.
official.
Oh wait. Right.
Plus, Superman has 4 movies we have to cover in one episode.
That's true. So my mistake on my wording, but
And-
you probably know what I'm saying, right?
I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna leave you after April 6th is Titanic. The Batman's April 20th. Suicide Squad 2016.
And then if we can get the possibility of reviewing the Shawshank Redemption as a possibility, that's if the plan goes through.
And April 27th, the last film of April is Matrix 1.
And then the 100th episode, that is a secret episode.
The movie is
It's going to be a secret, so we don't know what this film's going to be. And this is a secret 100th episode we're going to be talking about once the time comes.
it's the Joker. It's just me. I'm just the 100 episode. I am the 100 episode.
Well, anyway, I know I came in midway through this, but I know Christian Taylor it wasn't able to make it today. I mean, I know he said he was running late, but Christian, if you are listening to this, Marshall and I, we got you covered for today.
The Joker got you covered today.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I had you covered. Christian. So we got you covered.
Say your little intro. Say a little outro.
So anyway, thank you all for tuning into Codo Cinema. I'm your host, Mark Codo, aka Codoman.
This is not his podcast because he wasn't here. Thank you for tuning in to Joker Cinema. I'm your host, Joker. And his co-host, Marshall Matters. So this is the end of the Joker Cinema on Joker Cinema Podcast. This is episode 89 on Joker Cinema. Thank you and see you